Leaning back in the sick force, see way behind the wheel, sun dipping under the pier. You know the deal, blue clouds filling up the cabin windows, roll tight. Just another hazy evening turning into night. Mama calling on the landline, I'll be home late. Got a date with the boulevard, I'm leaving it to fate. Palm trees looking like silhouettes against the gold. California stories, man, the half ain't never told.
Rolling through the mist, keeping it low, keeping it deep, while the rest of the world is fast asleep. Just the sub and the static, the way it should be. Drowned in the rhythm, lost in the LBC.
Brother on the corner, not at once, kept it moving. Nobody's rushing tonight, we just steady grooving. Remember back in the day, playing ball till the lights came on. Now we just chasing the peace until the break of dawn. Old man on the porch, watching the smoke rise high. Family dinner smells drifting through the purple sky. Life's a circle, baby, watch it spin on the wax. Put the world on mute, just trying to relax. I see the neon signs blurring through the thick glass. Thinking about the years and how they always pass so fast. Helped my niece yesterday, she got her mama's eyes. I'm just trying to build a castle under these west coast skies. Keep the circle small, keep the loyalty thick as a haze. Lost in a dream, living out these velvet days. No shouting, no screaming, just the hum of the street. And the heart of the city, keeping time with the beat. Ash falling on my flannel, I don't even care. There's a certain kind of magic in the salty air. From the hills to the sand, it's all the same vibe. Just trying to stay alive and provide for the tribe. Love's a battlefield, but tonight it's a truce. Just me and the rose, letting the spirit loose. Deep in the pocket, buried under the low end sound. Never coming up, keeping my feet on the ground. Yeah. Stay low. Yeah. 93. Slide in. Steps, sitting on the steps, watching the street lamp slicker. Ice in the coat, watching that melt into the liquor. Uncle Joe's in the bag, fixing that old Cadillac. Telling stories about the 70s and how we never look back. I'm just watching the names, children playing in the spray of the fire hydrant, cooling off the heat of the deck. Everything moves in slow motion when the smoke is thick. Life's a long movie, man, I'm just enjoying the flick. Under the porch light, everything's feeling alright. Just a post in the shadow, staying out of the light. The bass is no heartbeat, the rhythm is the soul. That the West Coast one, take total control. Thinking about that girl from the east side of town. Used to ride shotgun before everything went down. We were just kids chasing dreams in the cloud of gold. Before the streets got cold and the hearts got sold. Now I'm writing letters to my brother behind the wall, telling the family's good, standing 10 feet tall. Sunday dinner at grandma's, the Santa cornbread and the egg. I find my peace in these moments, a simple kind of prayer. Old school takes this and old school takes this and cruising down Crenshaw, top down, looking at the stars, hiding the stars from the wars and the prison bars. We don't talk much, we let the frequency speak. For the weary, the dreamers, the tired, and the weak. My cousin's baby just walked, man, time is a thief. But the rhythm gives me comfort, gives me some relief. Deep in the velvet, wrapped in the bass and the hum. Waiting for the morning, waiting for the sun to come. Old school tapes missing, memories on the loop. The whole squad hanging out on the front stoop. No beef tonight, just the love and the haze of you. The city singing low, singing the California blues. I'm just a whisper in the wind, a shadow on the wall. Building up my world so the family doesn't fall. Keep the bass heavy, keep the vocal in the mud. It's more than just music, it's flowing in the blood. Old school tapes, old school tapes, stay cool. Eyes level. Old school tape station. Just breathe. Old school tape station. Stay cool. Old school. Stay cool. Stay cool. Old school tape station. Old school tages. Midnight creepy, shadows dancing on the concrete floor. Leaning on the fender, wonder what I'm searching for. A black to quiet, just a hum of the neon light. Looking for a little peace in the middle of the fight. Vibe was a soldier, taught me how to hold my head. Man, I'm just trying to mention all my kin of fed. The smoke is heavy, swirling like the silver ghost to the ones we love. Say I'm raising up the toast. On the scope, that's the only way we know to fly. Underneath the purple haze of the California sky. The bass is shaking every day. The devotion to be. While the city is dreaming, where the horny ones will never sleep. Yeah, thinking about my sisters, trying to keep them out the rain. Life in the valley, trying to wash away the stain of the struggle and the hustle and the long cold nights. Then wedge cruising, miss my brides by the city lights. Remember mom's kitchen, smell the jasmine and the spice. Everything was simple, then we getting had to think twice. Now the water's heavy, so I keep my steering light. Wrapped in the velvet, everything's gonna be alright. Cruising past the park where we used to play as kids. Thinking about the choices and the things we never did. The homies in the driver nodding as I'm passing by. Don't words needed, we just look them in the eye. My brother's got a daughter there, she got the golden smile. Makes me wanna stay and to sit with her a while. Family is the eighth, the wind, the ocean just too rough. And this concrete, y'all, man, gotta stay tough. Ashing out the window, watching members hit the street. Feeling every vibration from the rhythm and the beat. I don't need a spotlight, I don't need a golden crown. Just the bass line thumping as I'm driving through the town. Love is in the whispers, love is in the quiet moments too. Just a king and his casket with a haze joint of view. Keep it always bare, keep the secrets in the dark. Even my legacy, one small muffled spark. Stay good, don't come out fast. Love you, sir. So setting over the projects, painting everything orange and red. Thinking about the words that my grandfather always said. Yeah. Keep your heart soft, but your skin thick as the leather seats. As we glide through the rhythm of these California streets. Got a cousin in the kitchen cooking up some sweet. Fan a galley round, no shoes on they top feet. I'm just leaning on the fence, watching the smoke curl high. Hey, losing myself in the vastness on that endless sky, red. Remember when we used to run until our lungs felt tight? Now we just sit and talk about the meaning of the light. Life's a debt to cars and I'm just holding on to mine. Trying to find a way to make the inner spirit shine. So our childhood friend today, he's doing well, I heard. We didn't say much, didn't need a single word. Just a nod and a look, that old school silent code. As we both continue down our own dusty road. My ladies in the dark, playing seeds in the dark. Searching for a fire, even just a tiny spark. To keep the house warm and the winter breeze blows in. Wash away the sorrow, wash away the old sin. I'm building a hill, a porch where we can see and grow old. Away from what's going that the street corner told. It's all about the peace, it's all about the slow pace. Earning my heaven in this quiet. Hazy space, ass falling slow like snow on the blacktop ground. Know the way to sitting makes that low homing sound. I don't need to shout to let the world know I'm here. I'm the whisper in the static of one feel near. Keep the bass thumping, let it rattling in chest. In this valley of shadows, I'm just looking for wedge, drowning the velvet. Everything the beat cold. Watch the world pass by, watch the river flow. It's like that. Raw style. Just like that.
Parked on the sand, watching the moonlight hit the phone. Thinking about the long way that I had to walk back home. The breeze is salty, cooling down the engine's heat. Listen to the pulse of the city and the beat. My little brother's growing up, he's got that look in his eye. Wanna teach him how to live before the well runs dry. Family is the treasure, everything else is just dust. In this world of steel, who you gonna really trust? No, old memories floating like debris on the tide. Nowhere to run and nowhere left for us to hide. So we just sit here, wrapped in the velvet and the blue, dreaming about the things that we always meant to do. Mama's smile is the light that guides me through the dark. Found a little peace sitting here in the park. No need for the noise, no need for heavy, heavy talk. Just the way the shadows move when the giants walk. Lost at sea, but I'm right here on the shore. I don't need the glitter or the glamour anymore. Just the deep end, where the vocals start to fade. Living in the silence that the heavy bass has made. That sea, but I'm right here on the shore. I don't need the glitter or the glamour anymore. Just the deep end, where the vocals start to fade. Living in the silence that the heavy bass has made. Remember that summer when the rain wouldn't stop. We were just trying to keep the water from the drop. Now the sun is our friend and the sand is our bed. Keeping all the promises and the words we never said. I see the pier lights twinkling like stars in the sky. Watching all the fancy cars and the world passes by. But I'm happy in the corner with the windows rolled up. Drinking life down until there's nothing in the cup. The tide is coming in, washing all the tracks away. Another night is in, soon it's gonna be the day. But for now it's just the rhythm and the hazy gray view. Loyalty is everything, keeping it forever true. To the soil, to the soul, to the family I love. Watching the silver clouds moving slowly up above. Keep my voice in the mud, keep my heart in the deep. Before the California coast finally goes to sleep.
Midnight in the alley, watching the stray cats run. Thinking about the day and everything we should have done. The brick walls are cold, sweating from the evening dew. Just me and the crew, keeping the vision true. Mama's at home, I hope she's dreaming of the light. While I'm out here navigating through the velvet night. Got a sister to protect, got a name to keep clean. Moving through the shadows if you know what I mean. Remember the old part, where we used to dream so big. Now we're just trying to stay afloat, trying to keep the rig. Old school Chevy sitting low against the curb. Nobody saying nothing, not a single word. Just the music and the smoke, swirling in the air. Life's a heavy burden, but we learn how to bear the weight of the world, the weight of the street. Everything is steady when you're moving to the beat. Seen a lot of faces come and go like the wind. Thinking about the places where the story might have been. Family is the thread that keeps it all tight. Even when the stars are hiding from the city light. I'm writing these lines in the back of hazy mind, looking for the treasure that the others couldn't find. It ain't about the gold, it ain't about the fame. It's about the peace and the honor of the name. Honor of the name. it in the subterranean sound. I don't need a shout, the bass says it all for me. Deep in the ocean, feeling so wild and free. To the ones I love, I'm always gonna stay near. Whispering the truth so the world can't even hear. Keep the vocals muddy, keep the spirit in the clouds. Far away from the noise and the chasing of the crowd.
Chasing other crowds.
I remember back in '94, the porch was our world. Watching how the smoke and the stories always curl. Pop was on the recliner, resting from the grind. Now I'm in the driver's seat, steering through the mist. Now I'm in the driver's seat, steering through the mist. Family is an anchor when the water gets too high. Underneath the orange of this west coast sky. Keep the windows rolled up, let the cabin fill with haze. Caught inside the rhythm of these long summer days. Walking through the valley in the old street fives. Walking through the valley in the old street fives. Walking through the valley in the old street fives.
Got a lady in the valley, she's waiting for the call. We don't talk too much, we let the silence speak. Finding all the strength when the world is feeling weak. Smokers in the cabin, thick and turning gray. Chases like an ocean, pulling me below. Taking everything exactly where it's meant to go. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep.
Uncle Joe sitting in the shade. I remember Uncle Joe sitting in the shade. Family is a compass, the only way to steer through the hazy winters and the fog of every year. My hands are on the wheel, but my mind is in the clouds, far away from static and the voices of the crowds. Just a silhouette moving through the silver. Never ever told, left the night but told the poems rushing slow like the knot into the track. Moving through the night, never looking at the back. Got a picture on the dash of the ones who came before. Walking through the hallway, closing every door. Giving in the air, the velvet in my soul. Giving up the pieces just to feel a little hope. No shouting in the streets, just the humming of the drive. Just another night, feeling glad to be alive. Drowning in the low tide, drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep, belly always keep. Drowning in the low tide, drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep, belly always keep.
I remember 92, the heat was on the rise. Seeing all the fire through my father's eyes. He told me keep your head down, keep your spirit high. Never let the beauty of the struggle pass you by. So I'm rolling through the district, keeping to the lane. Watching how the sunshine washes out the rain. Taking all the lessons that we didn't even know. So I got a girl in Long Beach, she's got eyes like the sea. We don't need the glitter, we don't need the gold. Just a hand a hole when the weather's getting cold. Mama's in the kitchen, humming in old song. Just another king sitting every bone. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Just another king, so let it roll. We're sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Got a valley that the palm trees keep on. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Got a valley that the palm trees keep on. I remember 92, the heat was on the rise. Seeing all the fire through my father's eyes. He told me keep your head down, keep your spirit high. Never let the beauty of the struggle pass you by. So I'm rolling through the district, keeping to the lane. Watching how the sunshine washes out the rain. Family is a garden, gotta help it grow. Taking all the lessons that we didn't even know. Slow letter in the sky, watching from the clouds. Far away from static in the shouting crowd. So whenever in the lungs, the velvet in the lane. No yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heaven in the dark, just the hum of things. Shaking every door and grow. Drowning in the low wind, sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, right on the palm trees. Keep it. Drowning in the low wind, sinking in the deep. Low, so low, let it roll. Drowning in the low wind, sinking.
brothers on the steps thinking about the past, wondering how long the summer's gonna last. The city is a whisper, a shadow on the wall. Got a pocket full of dreams and a heart made of chrome. Got a pocket full of dreams and a heart made of chrome. Just a long way back to the place I call my home. We don't need the bright lights, we prefer the shade. Thinking about the choices and the moves that we had. Running fingers through the stress, acting like I don't care. Just trying to explain exactly how this life can feel. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, the valley always keep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Yeah, low. Yeah, I remember 92. The heat was on the rise. Seeing all the fire through my father's eyes. He told me keep your head down, keep your spirit high. Never let the beauty of the struggle pass you by. So I'm rolling through the district, keeping to the lane. Watching how the sunshine washes out the rain. Family is a garden, gotta help it grow. Taking all the lessons that we didn't even know. Back in the day, wish you wait a minute. Thought we made it time, made a minute, man. Had a minute brand, wish you wait a minute. But I made it time, we made a minute. Yeah, stay down, stay down, stay down. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, but where they always keep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep.
Sitting on the porch, he said family is the anchor in the middle storm. So I'm rolling through the district with the windows rolled down. No shouting in the darkness, just the humming of the drive. Of another night, feeling glad to be alive. I remember Uncle Ray sitting on the porch, make up his feet firmly on the ground. Got a brother in the sky, watching from the clouds, far away from static and the shouting crowds. Everything is hazy, but everything is right. No yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Drowning in the low end, singing in the deep. Secrets that the ocean in the valley always keep. So low, let the bass 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 keep. Yeah, I remember Uncle Ray sitting on the porch. He said family is the anchor in the middle of the storm. So I'm rolling through the district with the windows rolled down. No shouting in the darkness, just the humming of the shout. I remember Uncle Ray sitting on the porch. He said family is the anchor in the middle of the storm. Oh, I'm rolling through the district with the windows rolled down. No shouting in the darkness, just the humming of the drive. No shouting in the darkness, just the humming of the drive. No shouting in the darkness, just the humming of the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walking through the concrete, flowers in the cracks, keeping all the memories loaded in the stacks. Our brothers on the corner, nodding to the flow. We don't need a megaphone to make a little noise. The smoke is like a ghost, rising from the flow. Got a lady in the gardens picking out the weed. We talk about the future while the bass begins to roll, giving all the rhythm to the bottom of the soul. No shouting in the alley, just the humming of the life, cutting through the tension like a dull and rusty knife. Quitting in the low and stinking in the deep, sinking in your lead that the palm trees keep. I'm la la la, drowning in the low and sinking in the deep, sinking in the deep and brownie that the palm trees keep. So low, right from the start, right from the start. Yeah, I remember 95. The porch was like a stage. My father told me, son, keep your eyes upon the prize. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration coming from the street, yeah. Family is the anchor, family is the lay, giving everybody exactly what they need to know. It don't heaven take the fun, but show that the heaven in the dark, just the humming of the soul. The heaven in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Heaven in the dark, just a humming of the soul. I'm automatic. I remember motherfuckers making in the deep, sinking in the deep of the valley that the palm trees keep. So low, right from the start. I'm not alone. Sat. Ain't loving under my be on my other lap, watching my nephew play ball in the street. Everything is quiet, everything is slow, hoping that these moments are the ones that gonna last. Got my lady by my side, she's a queen in the rough. We don't need much, we already got enough. Looking at the photos in the hallway on the wall, remembering the winners and the shadows in the hall. No shouting in the house, keep the spirit very calm. Life is like a prayer in the middle of a song. Life is like a prayer in the middle of a song. Down in the low end, sinking in the deep, sinking in the deep, and the valley always keep. Feel it in your chest, dog, I never sleep. I remember Sunday dinners and the smell of the soul. Yeah, I remember Sunday dinners and the smell of the soul. I remember Sunday dinners and the smell of the soul. I remember Sunday dinners and the smell of the soul. Yeah. I remember Sunday dinners, the smell of the soul. Watching how the seasons and the stories used to roll. Uncle used to tell me, keep your circle very tight. Never let a stranger take away your inner light. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning back a bit, watching how the evening and the streetlights always hit. Family is the roots and the roots are going deep, but they're in the sky watching from the clouds. Yeah. Everything is hazy, but everything is right. No yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control, yeah. was ever gonna last. My brother told me stay down, keep your circle small. Never let the ego make you stumble and fall. So I'm rolling through the neighborhood, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration coming from the street. Family is the garden, gotta keep it water well. That the older folks are finally gonna tell. Yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heaven in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. No yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heaven in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. In low and sinking in the deep, drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Every always keep drowning in low and sinking in the deep, drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Every always keep. Starts to settle in the breeze. My father's old Cadillac parked in the drive. Just a simple blessing, being glad to be alive. We don't need a holler, we don't need a scream. The smoke is like a ghost drifting through the air, running fingers through the life without a single care. Got a cousin in the valley, he's watching for the rain, trying to find the sunshine in the middle of the pain. We talk about the old days sitting on the wall, remembering the summers when we used to have it all. Taking all the stories where they really need to go. No yelling in the hallway, keep the spirit very hushed. Never feeling frantic and never feeling rushed. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep, drowning in the low and at the vent of keep. Low, so low, no time to wait. 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 Yeah, I remember 90 heat was on the block. My lady told me stay calm, keep your vision clear. Never let the pressure turn into a little fear. So I'm rolling through the district, windows tinted dark, parking by the water just to find a little spark. Family is the anchor, family is the shore. I got a better on the coast, he's doing things right, watching for the signal in the middle of the night. And everything is hazy, but everything is right. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep, drowning in the low and that they're gonna keep. Low, so low, no time to wait. 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 Yeah. Never from the start, winding in the low and sinking in the deep, rocket with a needle spark. My brothers on my left, talking about the sun. We don't need to shout and
We don't need the stress, and I mean we here with share a lot of happiness. Looking for the meaning and looking for the proof. Got my lady in the kitchen making something sweet. I can feel the rhythm from the middle of the street. We don't need the cameras, we don't need the fame. Just a little respect attached to the name. No yelling in the garden, keep the spirit very still. Walking through the valley and climbing up the hill. Yo, yelling in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Yeah, so I remember 99. The world was on the edge. Standing with my cousins by the garden hedge. My uncle told me, listen, keep your heart in check. Never let the weight of it hang around your neck. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration come from the street. Family is together when the world is getting cold and the order's getting cold. Got my daughter in the city, he's doing things right. Watching for the signal in the middle of the night. Everything is hazy, but everything is right. At the heaven in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heaven in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heaven in the dark, just a humming of the soul. At the heaven in the dark, yeah. Right from the start. Right from the start. Right from the start. Right from the start. I remember been the fouls and the change was in the air. People moving fast like they didn't even care. My pop told me slow down, keep your soul in line. Never let the glitter make you lose your shine. So I'm rolling through the district, windows halfway down, watching how the shadows cover up the town. Family is the garden, gotta keep the roots wet. Stronger than the trouble that we haven't met yet. Got a lady on the coast, she's waiting for the sun. Thinking about the battles that we've already won. We don't need the glitter, we don't need the light. Just a little comfort in the middle of the night. Steady as the rhythm of the kitchen clock. No shouting in the car, keep the spirit very low. Watching how the feelings and the memories flow. 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 Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. So low right from the jump, right from the jump, right from the jump. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. So low right from the jump, right from the jump, right from the jump. Watching how the feelings and the memories flow. Watching how the feelings and the memories flow. Down. Yeah. Feeling all the history and throw my hand. My nephew's on the boardwalk, learning how to glide. Watching how the ocean keeps the secrets of the tides. We don't need to shout it, we don't need the heat. Just a salty breeze and the rhythm of the street. The smoke is like a cloud hanging low in gray, chasing all the ghosts of the city far away. Got my lady by the water, she's looking at the blue, thinking about the things that we're finally gonna do. We don't need the cameras, we don't need the fame, just a little peace in the honor of the name. No waiting for the answers that eventually gonna come. Know y'all in the district, keep the spirit very still. Walking through the valley and climbing up the hill. So low, right from the jump. I remember 02, the world felt so small. Sitting my cousins by the garden wall. My brother told me, listen, keep your circle tight. Never let a stranger dim you in the light. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration coming from the street. Family is the anchor, family is the goal, keeping us together when the world is getting cold. Got a brother in the city, he's doing things right, watching for the middle of the night. Everything is hazy, but everything is right. No yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let that heaven take the full control. So low, right from the jump. Yeah, so low. 13 down, family first. Brothers in the driveway, polishing the rims. We don't need the spotlight, we prefer the dark. The smoke is like a ribbon weaving through the leaves. Got a lady in the window watching for my car. We don't need the diamonds, we don't need the gold, just the one for family. When the evening's getting cold, no shouting in the valley, keep the spirit very low. Watching how the memories in the river always flow. We're shouting in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Solo right from the jump, right from the jump. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Sounding in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Solo right from the jump, right from the jump. I remember 06, the world was on the move. Staying in my lane, staying in my groove. My uncle told me, listen, keep your circle small. Never let the ego be the reason that you fall. So I'm rolling through the district, windows halfway down, watching how the silver hits the edges of the town. Family is a garden, gotta keep the roots wet. Stronger than the trouble that we haven't met yet. Soaring in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Solo right from the jump, right from the jump. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Solo right from the jump, right from the jump. Hanker out the way, my brother's on the corner, just leaning on the gate. We don't need the cameras, we to make a light. The smoke is like a blanket, resting on the hood. Got my lady by the window, watching for the moon, humming to the rhythm of a dusty afternoon. We don't need the glitter, we don't need the show, just a quiet place where the family can grow. No yelling in the garden, keep the spirit very still. Climbing up the mountain and descending from the hill. Timing to the woman, sinking with a shot. Drowning in the garden, keep the spirit very still. Drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep. Solo, no time to wait. I remember '08, the world was looking thin, wondering exactly where the hustle should begin. My father told me steady, keep your hands upon the wheel. Never let the vanity change the way you feel. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration coming from the street. Family is the anchor, family is the shield. Harvesting the spirit in the middle of the field. In the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. No yelling in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. No yelling in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. No yelling in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. I remember 2010, the world was turning gray, trying to find a reason just to make it through the day. My mother told me, listen, keep your soul in check. Never let the heavy chain hang around your neck. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration coming from the street. Family is the anchor, family is the goal, keeping us together when the world is getting cold. Yeah, keeping us together when the world is getting cold. Everything is hazy, but everything is right. No yelling in the dark, just the humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Though drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep, sinking in the water, and the family keep low, so low, low, so low. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right from the jump, oh, so low. Right from the jump, oh, so low. From the jump, oh, so low. Yeah, right from the jump, oh, so low. Yeah, 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 right from the jump, yeah, yeah. remember 2012, the world was on a spin, wondering exactly where the peace should begin. My father told me steady, keep your eyes on the prize, never let the vanity cover up your eyes. So I'm rolling through the district, leaning in the seat, feeling every vibration coming from the street. Family is the anchor, family is the shield, harvesting the spirit in the middle of the field. No yelling in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Wonder heavy rhythm take the full control. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. No yelling in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy in the dark go. Drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep. So low, no time to wait. Drowning in the low end, sinking in the deep. So low, no time to wait. Driving down the 405, my brother's in the back leaning on the door. We don't need to hustle like we did before. We don't need to shout and we don't need the pace. The smoke is like a cloud filling up the lane. I'm a lady on the coast waiting by the light. Everything is hazy but it feels so right. We don't need the diamonds, we don't need the shine. No yelling in the engine, vibrating the floor. No yelling in the district, keep the spirit low. No yelling in the district, keep the spirit low. No yelling in the long, we're sinking in the beam. Burning low, oh, and sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, out of body in the burning low, oh, and sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, out of body in the deep. Yeah, I'm on my always belly every note. What make me you so well, I'm in the never low. Never limbo, I'm always keep it more than low. Never let the struggle put a shadow on your face. So I'm rolling through the district, windows halfway down. Evergreen the garden, gotta keep it water well. Stories that the older folks are finally gonna tell. Let the heaven make the black is finally gonna tell. Got a sister in the city, she's doing just fine. Walking on the edge of the California light. Everything is hazy, but everything is right. No yelling in the dark, just a humming of the soul. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Let the heavy rhythm take the full control. Oh, yelling in the long, sinking in the deep. Oh, low, oh, and sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, out of body on me. Oh, low, oh, and sinking in the deep. Sinking in the deep, out of body on me. Oh, low, oh, out of body on me. highway, leaning on the hood. Just another evening in the neighborhood. We don't need to shout and we don't need to stress. Smoke is like a ghost rising from the chest. Got my lady in the kitchen, humming, yeah. Bro, don't need the glitter, we don't need the fame. We don't need the glitter, we don't need the fame. Just out the darkness and the heavy duty gloom. No yelling in the garden, keep the spirit very still. Walking through the valley and climbing up the hill. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep, babe. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep, babe. Falling in the low and sinking in the deep. I remember 2016, the world was moving fast. Looking for a moment that was ever gonna last. My uncle told me, listen, keep your heart in check. Never let the weight of it hang around your neck. So I'm rolling through the district, windows halfway down. Watching how the silver hits the edges of the town. Family is the roots and the roots are going deep. Watching over everyone while the city is asleep. Drowning in the low and sinking in the deep. Running in the low and sinking in the deep.